Hey students, go crazy. I just wanted to show you that art is never done, it's only abandoned. So you want to keep working at something. You thought you were done with me because we had no school. Yes, Max, we know you're a doctor. But you can go back in and you can kind of define edges and make something your own. And I'm just really committed to getting you guys to sketch, even if it's messy. Okay, so I am not sure right there where my river ends. So it's like about problem solving. So when you put in a hard boundary, you're making a decision about where your river ends. So you can go back into the sketch we did in class and really refine and put in those edges. Maybe you want to put in more texture. Right, so again, I am working on top of ink wash and watercolor. So I can go in and I don't have to put in bricks everywhere. And guys, I'm not doing the painting anymore that we did. Now I'm like thinking like, okay, well, how can I make it better? So the bricks would probably be curvy now that I think about it. So I'm gonna go in and put in some lines. So what I wanna see you doing is going back in and adding in those little details. Like maybe we see a shadow, you know, at the edge of these leaf blobs, right? And we can go in, maybe I got some ellipses, right, around the tree. Okay, maybe, like I could go ahead and add in some more grass with little flicks and little shading. So you want to be okay with returning to your sketchbook and finding things that need work, right? That need another layer, because drawing and creation is a process. And in this sketchbook, I want you to really discover things that you love. So I'm just gonna keep adding in details. Max, are you okay? Okay, I am not neglecting my children. You're covered in a rainbow? Okay, so notice how I'm kind of like moving around the page as I'm thinking about details to add. Maybe I want to bring down the value in this tree with some cross-hatching. I was going to go do my Inktober, and then I opened up and I saw this page. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, I got to do my Inktober, right? But there's something to be learned here. Like, what if I extended the value? What if I put in some happy little trees? I'm not going to do too much detail in the background in those trees, though, because they're kind of far away. But I can go back in and really refine relationships and be like, oh, this is a branch. Make it clearer. Make it connect. Okay, maybe I want to bring down the shadow right here. Right? And I have to think like, okay, where's my light coming from? Remember we decided it's coming from up here. So maybe there would be more shadows down here. Right? Maybe there would be more shadows down here. Max, you okay? Maybe I would go in and yes, layer on top of ink, go crazy. Put in some shadows there. So keep working at it, right? I could do this forever. I think that these were rocks. Now that I think about it. And the painting that we were imitating. Yes, imitate paintings. Okay, the direction of your line tells me what direction the plane is going. So if I want to show that this is going flat, then I would make it flat. If I want to make it clear that this is a tree, I would thicken those boundaries. If you ever are struggling, maybe make some sounds when you draw. Max, you ready for bed? Okay.
I'm not ready for bed.
So I could go in now with the gel pen. Yes, the gel pen. And add in some highlights. Right, I think it's going to be the most fun on this tree. Yes, look at that. Right? It's the most fun where there's a lot of contrast. Part of me wishes I had brought down the background, right? Just like a little bit with a darker value, but I'm gonna go with what the lady said on the YouTube, that watercolor should stay light. And I could go ahead and add in some hatching where I didn't like certain things. Going in and cleaning up more of those branches. Adding some highlights on all of these trees. Go crazy. Highlight, highlight, highlight. Okay, light's coming in from here. Maybe I want to define that a little bit more.
Can I open this?
No, you can't open that. Okay, guys, I got to go. Max is trying to eat applesauce. But make sure you're going back, and I should see some shading techniques. Max, don't you dare open this applesauce within your project. Okay, Max, stop opening that applesauce. Maybe you want to give a thicker line for the bridge too. And you guys could go in and draw any sort of urban sketch today. Maxwell. But you really want us to be able to understand like where things begin, where things end. Like throwing in some grass helps to emphasize that the tree is... Okay, Max, open the applesauce. I gotta go.